Oh, straight after the announcement. It's time for something new. I hope you enjoy this one, guys. So, we're going to be talking about families and their years at Sherlocks and in their professional lives. So, to start things off, let's start with the Gregson family, who at their core are a family of 6, consisting of the father Tom, his wife Cindy, and their 4 children, 2 of each. Any additional family members we'll get to later, maybe. So, the family's father Tom, his full name is Thomas Aaron Gregson. He was born on the 25th of September 1954. He attended Sherlocks. Between 1966 to 1973 as a member of Collendore House. During that time, he represented Collendore House in the Student Council's main 3 offices. For him, that was between the years of 1968 to 1973. While extracurriculars were available to him, he didn't take any interest in them, and left Sherlocks in June 1973 with top grades in everything, having sat his O-levels in 1971 and his A-levels in 1973, respectively. In his professional life, he was a firefighter for the Coles Grove Fire Department, having joined the brigade in 1981 and retired officially from it in 2001 after 20 years in the service. And of course, by the time he retired, he wasn't even 47 yet. So nobody expected him to retire as early as he did. Although by the time he actually started 20 years earlier, he wasn't even 27 yet. He was still 26 when they recruited him. And he was still 46 at the time of his retirement. Because that happened in July 2001. And they recruited him in July 1981. Anyway, his wife and mother to their 4 children, Cindy, Her maiden name was Lucinda Luann Roberts. So her friends either call her Cindy or Lulu for short, but mainly call her Cindy. She was born on the 17th of April, 1957. She attended Sherlocks between 1968 to 1975, where she too was a member of Collindore House. She too represented Collindore House in the Student Council's main 3 offices. For her, that was between the years of 1970 to 1975. She briefly joined the Girls' Debating Society, becoming a member in 1969, and then retiring from the activity in 1972, 3 years after joining, when they were going to make her the captain of their team. But she did that to focus on her studies, and left Sherlocks in June 1975 with top grades in everything. Now, she would have sat her O-levels in 1973 and her A-levels in 1975 respectively. In her professional life, she was a police officer, having joined the police force in 1976, the year after leaving Sherlocks, and officially retired from the force in 2006 after 30 years on the force. Now, she was only 20 when she completed her training and joined the force, and 50 when she retired. So she became one of the force's youngest ever officers. But by the time she retired, she was actually the deputy. Yes, she was actually the deputy of the Callsgrove Primary Precinct. Pardon me. And would have made chief of the force if she'd stayed on, because they were going to promote her to that position, or to that rank. Anyway, now, their firstborn child and eldest daughter May, M-A-Y May, her full name was May Claudia Gregson. She was born on the 13th of September. That's right, say. She was born on the 13th of September 1985. She attended Sherlocks between 1997 to 2004, where she too was a member of Collindore House. But unlike her parents before her, she didn't represent Collindore in any way in the student council, but she did in fact represent her entire year, all 7 years in a row, as their head of year, also a part of the student council. Extracurriculars weren't of interest to her, but she got top grades in everything upon leaving Sherlocks in June 2004. She would have set her GCSEs in 2002 and her A-levels in 2004, respectively. In her professional life, she is the English teacher at Robinson's High, having started that job in 2010 and still does it to this day after 13 years. Well, nearly 13 years. See, she got the job in August 2010, started it that September. So come August, it will be the 13th anniversary of her landing the job, and September will be the 13th anniversary of her starting the job. Now, you can work out how old she is by her year of birth. She is actually still currently 37, but will be 38 in August. Sorry, but will be 38 in September even. Okay. Their second born child and eldest son, Jimbo, as his friends call him for short, his full name is James Alan Gregson. He was born on the 5th of June, 1988. He attended Sherlocks between 1999 to 2006, where he too was a member of Collindore House. Didn't represent Collindore in the student council whatsoever, but he represented his class as the form captain in all 7 years. Extracurriculars. He wasn't a fan of any of them, so didn't join any. Left Sherlocks in June 2006 with top grades in everything. After all, he would have set his GCSEs in 2004 and his A-levels in 2006, respectively. In his professional life, he is a doctor at Coulsgrove General Hospital in the orthopedics department, having started that job as recently as 2017, as recently as May 2017, that is. So come May this year, he'd have been in the job for 6 years. Okay, now, their third born child and youngest daughter, Leona, has no middle name. Her full name is just Leona Gregson. She was born on the 23rd of April, 1992. She attended Sherlocks between 2003 to 2010, where she was a member of Buckland House. Throughout those years, she represented Buckland House in the Student Council as a member of all 3 of its major offices. Between the years, for her, between the years of 2005 to 2010, briefly became a member of the of the Buckland inter-house swimming team, having joined up with them in 2004 and then retired from the team before she made captain in 2006. And that was solely to focus on her studies. So she left Sherlocks in June 2010 with top grades in everything. She would have sat her GCSEs in 2008 and her A-levels in 2010, respectively. Now, she actually chose not to study towards anything in university, as in her professional life she's a children's author, and she's the author of the long-running children's series of books, The Baker Street Kids, the first of which was published straight after she left Sherlocks in 2010. And the most current of which, the 28th in the series, was just published last week. She's writing the 29th book right now. And finally, their last born child and youngest son, Hugo. His full name is Hugo Morris Gregson. He was born on the 30th of August 1995. He attended Sherlocks between 2006 to 2013, where he was a member of Stevenson House. He represented Stevenson House in all three major offices in the Student Council between the years of 2008 to 2013, and left Sherlocks with top grades and everything in June 2013. No extracurriculars activity. No extracurriculars interested him. In his professional life, he is a solo artist, so he's a musician, having started that career upon being signed by the Coolsgrove record label in 2014. In September 2014. So come September this year, he'd have been doing that for 9 years. And in this time, he has gone platinum 6 times over with his debut. Yes, that's right, with his debut album, which was a live one. Gregson Live. And 4 times over with his second album, which is his first studio album, The Gregson Experience. Now, he's currently recording songs for his 8th album, which will be his 5th studio album. The title is yet to be determined. So doing well for himself. Now, the only one of the Gregson children to have moved on and started a family of his own was Jimbo. So Jimbo's wife, Claudia, her maiden name is Claudia Wells. She was born to Max and Judy Wells on the 8th of February 1989. She attended Sherlocks between 2000 to 2007, where she was a member of Collindore House. Well, she didn't represent her house in the student council. She was in the Sherlocks, or she was on the Sherlocks netball team, having joined as a member in 2008. No, sorry, having joined them as a member in 2001 even. Became captain in 2005 and still got top grades and everything upon leaving Sherlocks in June 2007. She would have sat her GCSEs in 2005 and her A-levels in 2007 respectively. Now, they didn't actually know each other while at Sherlocks. They actually met in university after leaving Sherlocks. And they settled down into marriage in 2011. And they have 3 kids, 2 sons and a daughter. So, the 2 sons came first. So their firstborn child and eldest son, Ryan, his full name is Ryan Jack Gregson. He was born on the 25th of August, 2011. He only began attending Sherlocks in September 2022 and is nearing the end of his first year there. He's a member of Collindore House. It's unknown as to how well he'll end up doing for the rest of his time there. Okay. Their second born child and youngest son, Ed, his full name is Edmund Ross Gregson. He was born on the 8th of October 2014. So here we go. He doesn't actually start attending Sherlocks until September 2026. So until then, we don't know what house he'll be in or how well he'll end up doing. As he won't end up leaving Sherlocks, hopefully, until the summer of 2033. And finally, their youngest child and only daughter, Ellie, her full name is Elaine Gregson, and she was only born just recently on the 28th of February 2023. So her time at Sherlocks won't start until the September of 2034. So it's unknown as to what house she'll be in or how well she'll do until then, until she's actually there. But she won't be due to leave, hopefully, until June 2042. June 2041 even. And now, actually we'll stop. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now, respectful comments, please. Because I've just treated you to a never-before-seen look into what I do when I have time to myself. Okay, so the private games that I invent in my head as I pace up and down, they're no longer private. So until the next video, guys, thanks for watching, and have us a magical time.